guys, I'm adding this onto the video. I forgot to release it today, so I figured I'd add this little section on and then release it tomorrow. So really quick, later on in the video, I'm going to talk about the ingredients and the difference between the two and the new version and the old version. But really quick, I thought I would just put the new version on the left side of my face and the old version on the right side of my face, just so you can see the difference. Anyway, the new version is a lot more shiny, I think. And it has, obviously, those PhytoCeramides and vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is very high up. Hydrogenated vegetable oil. So I think that's probably why it's shiny. And to be honest, it's a lot more tacky than the original version is. So, there we go. That's the new version. Now I'm going to put the original version on my right side. And this one's just a lot thicker, a lot creamier, but it sets to a much more matte finish. And a little bit of it goes a little bit further than the new version. I don't know if you can tell any difference or not, but I thought I would do that just to illustrate the difference. The new version is definitely much more shiny. Well, the old version is more matte. So, it's still soaking in, but see the new version here? You can see how shiny it is. It's very tacky. It takes a while to absorb. So, keep that in mind if you have skin that tends to be oilier. And then here's the previous version, which is a little bit more mattified. A little less shiny and less tacky, which might be better for oily or acne-prone skin types. So, thought I'd just do a little side-by-side, and now on to the rest of the video where we talk about the rest of the features and the difference between the two. Okay, thanks, guys. Hey, guys, so today I've got the ordinary natural moisturizing factors plus PhytoCeramides, and the original natural moisturizing factors plus hyaluronic acid. I thought I'd do a quick discussion on this one and talk about the differences. So right away, I noticed the new version is a little bit more sticky and sets to a little more of a shiny finish than the original version of this. So keep that in mind. I'm wearing this underneath my foundation, which is a Dr. Jart BB cream. So here is the new version, which a little bit of it goes a long way, but it is kind of radiant finish. I mean, it does absorb, it just takes a little bit of time. There we go. You can see a little bit better there. Anyway, so it is a little bit more shiny. I'll do the original version on my other hand. And the original version's a little bit thicker. The newer version seems to be a little bit more of a lotion-y texture. This one's more of a creamy texture to it. So this is the original version, which is much more radiant. So anyway, this is the new one, the original one. So the new one, once it soaks in, it still is a little sticky. For me, that's not a huge deal because almost always I'm going to be wearing something over it. If it's in my morning routine, I'm going to be using sunscreen over it and foundation over it. If it's in my evening routine, I'm going to be using a sleeping mask or an oil or a thicker moisturizer over it anyway. So for me, that's not a deal breaker. So the main difference is in the new version, they added some PhytoCeramides. So they both have the same first few ingredients. Glycerin is a little bit higher on the new version, which is probably why it's a little bit more sticky, perhaps. Glycerin can be kind of sticky. The original version, sodium hyaluronate, is way, way higher up the ingredient list, so keep that one in mind. So then we've added these Phytosteryl Canola Glycerides. They've added Glycosphingolipids, Glycolipids. I think vegetable oil, hydrogenated vegetable oil is also pretty high up there, which initially I thought vegetable oil, it has to be pretty comedogenic. But then when I look at the comedogenic ratings, it is pretty high up. I think the ratings go up to a 4 or 5, and this one's 3 on the scale. So, although it's super individual, so keep that in mind too. I mean, vegetable oil on your skin may be great for one person, and then for the next person, it's just a nightmare. It just depends. I would say the original version is very friendly for acne-prone skin. In fact, I recommend it quite often for acne-prone skin. The newer version, not quite so much friendly for acne-prone skin or oilier skin. I think it's probably going to be more friendly for drier skin types. Then they've got all the same amino acids, serine, proline, arginine, glycine, things like that. Glucose, fructose, all of those natural moisturizing factors, sodium PCA, urea, allantoin. So we've got all of those in common as well. So the main thing that they added is those PhytoCeramides. They pushed up or pushed down the sodium hyaluronate in there, and they left in the nice amino acids, which I love to see. But for acne-prone skin, just be aware because that vegetable is pretty high up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th ingredient. And it can be very comedogenic for some people, so keep that in mind. And then we've got the addition of the PhytoCeramides, which are really great for hydrating skin long-term. So, okay, so here it is now. Still kind of shiny, pretty tacky. And then the original version, very matte and not very tacky. Maybe just a touch tacky, but nowhere near this one. So keep that in mind. Anyway, so for very dry skin, I wish they would have come out with this winter because I could have used it a lot. I don't see myself using this one so much during the summer. Maybe when my skin gets really dry or at nighttime, but it is shiny. I mean, so again, if you're using sunscreen or something like that over it, it's not going to be a big deal. Although I did find it kind of accentuating certain dry patches. But I really do like the original version. Can you tell? I'm more prone to like this one. I just think it's more friendly for more skin types. It layers well. It has a nice, natural, slightly matte finish, which is really nice for oilier skin types. So I think the price for them is both. I think it's $23, which they're getting a little bit pricey. Although this tube is big. It's 3.4 ounces. So it's double the size of your average moisturizer. So this one, in my opinion, is still in the affordable realm of things and probably a nice alternative to some other moisturizers out there. So anyway, so we've got all of those goodies, those amino acids, the glycosphingolipids, which are really nice, some fatty acids as well, the amino acids, and then the sugar-based humectants, which is nice. And overall, it's still pretty friendly for acne-prone skin, just not as friendly as the original version. So anyway, so I just thought I'd quick do my thoughts. I'll definitely do a full review of it after I've had a little bit longer to test it, and I can certainly do a formal versus of the two as well. So anyway, I would say if you have very dry skin, the PhytoCeramide edition is great for that. And giving your skin a boost of extra hydration. If your skin's oilier, I would just stick with the original version, especially if you're already using it. So, because it's just more friendly for acne-prone and oily skin types. So, anyway, interested in your thoughts. If you guys have checked the new one out, and if you have what your thoughts are, so leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and I'll definitely do a full review in a month or so. So. Anyway, leave a comment. Love hearing from you guys, and I will see you guys more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.